Sometimes life doesn't just change. Sometimes it collapses. Plans fall apart. Relationships end. And what you thought your future would look like disappears. Suddenly, you are left trying to figure out who you are and where you are going next. That's where Ruth's story begins. Ruth was not born into comfort or certainty. She married into a family that later experienced deep loss. Her husband died, her brother-in-law died, and her father-in-law died as well. In a short time, Ruth's world was reduced to grief and uncertainty. She was young, she was widowed, and she was far from home. Her mother-in-law, Naomi, decided to return to Bethlehem. She encouraged Ruth to stay behind, to return to her own people and start over. It would have been the sensible choice. Ruth had nothing waiting for her in Bethlehem. No security, no promise of a new life, only loyalty and faith led her forward. And yet, Ruth chose to stay. And she made a quiet decision that changed everything. She committed herself to Naomi and to Naomi's God. Ruth did not know what the future held, but she chose faithfulness in the present moment. When they arrived in Bethlehem, life was still hard. Ruth worked in the fields, gathering leftover grain just to survive. Her days were ordinary, tiring, uncertain. God was working. Quietly, Ruth caught the attention of Boaz, a kind and honorable man. He noticed her character, her humility, her devotion, not because she demanded attention, but because her faithfulness stood out. Step by step, God provided. Ruth's faithfulness during her hardest season led her into a new chapter she could never have imagined. She married Boaz. She found stability. She became part of a lineage that would one day lead to King David and ultimately to Jesus. Ruth's story reminds us of this. Faithfulness does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like showing up, choosing love when it's hard, trusting God when nothing makes sense. But when life falls apart, God is not finished. Ruth did not know the full story while she was living it. She only knew the next right step, and that was enough. If your life feels broken or uncertain right now, take heart. God sees your quiet faithfulness, and even when you don't see the outcome yet, He is still writing your story.